Hi, I'm Ben of Mixup YouTube here to review the Justice League movie. Yeah, I'm so excited. We finally get a Justice League movie. I've been waiting for a Justice League movie since the Avengers in 2012. And now years and years later, we finally get a Justice League movie. Thank you, Avengers, and now the Justice League. There. I'm finally Justice League, Justice League, Justice League, Just Us League. But anyways, I was very excited to see the Justice League movie. And yes, I wore a Batman mask, this t-shirt, and this red hoodie to represent Superman's cape and Flash's red pajamas in the movie. And I really enjoyed it. So, I don't know what to say, because, spoiler alert, sorry, but there's a lot of stuff I need to say, but the Justice League was a really cool movie. Like I don't know any of the reviews, so I don't know if this movie's good or bad, but I really liked it. I loved the movie. There's a lot of fan service. Like when Superman came back from the dead, it was like near the middle of the movie, so he did came back from the dead, and there was a lot of fan service for Superman, like him unbuttoning his shirt and him flying and lifting up a building, and there was this after end credit scenes where he's flying next to the Flash, and they didn't do a reveal like who's faster, Superman or the Flash, because well, in the comics it was revealed that the Flash is faster, but here they didn't reveal it, kept it at bay, and it was good. And they really showed like speed, like how they're fast, and I really like the characters. Like I really want to know what they were going for, and they were a lot of fun. Like yeah, not every superhero needs to be dark and brutal like Batman, and Batman he was still dark and brooding, but he was still a lot of fun. And and yeah, Superman did came back from the dead, and no, there was no black suit. I'm sorry. It was just Superman, and I'm really glad, and there were some of the Superman and Batman themes, because Danny Elfman took over for the soundtrack, and there were some of the themes from Batman, Superman, and it was a real fan service party, but it was still a movie, and the villain Steppenwolf. Like, they might build up for Darkseid, but Steppenwolf was pretty cool. I have a feeling they're gonna I have a feeling they're gonna put Darkseid in the third movie if they make a third sequel, but hey, at the after end credit scenes, at the final credits, at the very end of the credits, Slade Wilson was there. Deathstroke. Yeah, Deathstroke's in it. And he was at the very end, and he talked to Lex Luthor because he broke out and he was still bald. I still have issues for Lex Luthor. Yeah, he has a sharp suit and he's bald like Lex Luthor, but I don't know. He kind of he's not the Lex Luthor I know from the original source material. Like he has a deep voice. Here he has a high pitched voice, and he acts more like those Gotham prequel characters, like the Riddler and Penguin, than Lex Luthor. Like Lex Luthor's like, "Hi, I'm Lex Luthor. I have a deep voice and I'm really smart and suave." Here he's still a bit goofy, but Lex Luthor, well, Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor's like, "I heard the team is forming a league. We should form our own league." Meaning the Legion of Doom. Yeah, meanwhile, the Legion of Doom might be coming in a future sequel. Legion of Doom, Legion of Doom, Deathstroke, Lex Luthor, but who else? Sinestro? Oh yeah, the Green Lanterns. Like there was this backstory for Wonder Woman telling, like, usually when they show a dark villain in a fantasy flick, they usually show them at the very beginning, like, as a backstory, but here they showed it while Wonder Woman was telling the story, and they showed a Green Lantern, like, the reigns, but this was, like, far back ago, so they didn't show, like, Hal Jordan or John Stewart or Kylo Ramis or whatever his name is, I don't know, but anyways, so so yeah, our main villain was Steppenwolf. As much as I wanted Darkseid, but Steppenwolf was a pretty cool villain. I like he was a big threat to the Justice League. I like he was scary and dark, like a really cool dark villain. And he had those parademon armies, and that was cool. And there was a lot of cool scenes, and I was really happy to see this movie. And I don't know what else is there to talk about. Superman came back, Wonder Woman, like they brought Superman back from the dead with the spaceship from the Zod ship, the weapon from Krypton, back, and they brought Superman back from the dead with that, and the Justice League team up to bring him back from the dead, and I was nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, is he gonna turn into a monster? Like, he did fought them, but he did turn good, and Lois was there to help them, and everything's all good. Also, they went to this mansion. I thought, is it Bruce Wayne's mansion? He's gonna bring everything back? And he's like, we should have the hall, and we should have like a table, a big circle with 6 seats. Make that seven. Seven. And I'm like, oh, so seven, like, right, there's 6 characters. So seven, like maybe Green Lantern might appear, but he didn't show, but yes, 6 seats. So it might be, so that might be the Hall of Justice. Wow. Yeah. Now I heard Joss Whedon was taking over. Like Zack Snyder, it's kind of a sad story. Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide, so he had to leave to deal with family problems. Poor guy. I feel bad. And so Joss Whedon, since he did such a bang-up job with the first 2 Avengers movies, they hired him. And I think I heard he thought the movie was unwatchable, so they went through a million reshots. And I think I heard 90% of the movie is Joss Whedon's reshoots, but I enjoyed it. Aquaman had some funny parts in it, and there was a scene where Cyborg said "Booyah," and I was so happy to see that because he says "Booyah" in Teen Titans Show, and I'm like, yeah, he said "Booyah, Booyah." And it was a lot of fun. It was cool, and I hope they'll make a sequel after this because I want to know what happens next. It's a movie that, as much as the Avengers, I want to know what happens next, and I hope they make a sequel. And I want to see like Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Hawk Girl, or any of the characters on my shirt. Like, yeah, I got this at a comic convention, and it was really cool. And I can't wait to see more future sequels. So they went for a rocky start with Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, but they bounced back with Wonder Woman and I guess the Justice League. And people might say they not like this movie, but I really liked it. I had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see like the Legion of Doom, even if it might be played by Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. But Legion of Doom, Justice League, let's see some more movies. And I'm Ben of Mixup YouTube, and you might see some new videos.